What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? Nah. I know. All I've been hearing about is tenderism. And I don't know if people did the right thing by exposing their situation or a wrong thing. But what I do know is I was inspired to find out the real story, like how they started, how it originated, where do these people come from, so on and so forth. Some of the stuff that hasn't exactly been discussed. And I'm sure if we knew a little bit more of their backstory, maybe we'd feel the same way. Maybe we'd feel differently. I'm not exactly sure. But let's get down to it and see
Did
exactly.
I ever think anything like this here really a jump off from what we started at in Marietta? Hell to the no. But it did. All of a sudden, we went viral. Look, Nick, he put some work in.
This is the story of Destination Smokehouse, a coffee shop that started in Southern California, went from serving lattes to serving some of the best barbecue in the country. It starts with Nick Yepperman, an Armenian entrepreneur who took over the family's coffee shop in 2019 after his father had passed away. At the time, Nick was just trying to keep the business alive.
Okay, now you see this? They started as a coffee shop, and Mr. Tenderism was nowhere in the picture. This is a family-owned business that been around for whoever knows how long. You know what I'm saying? So let's go there too.
He had no idea he was about to create a viral sensation. Everything changed when Nick met a man named Walter. Walt came in as a retiree who just wanted to help the place evolve.
I originally born in GI. I did a lot of cooking down in New Orleans, Mississippi, New York, and Vegas. But I came across Nick one day. We had a destination. He got a place. He got a place down there in Hemet, California. Nice place. Laid out everything. I went in one morning. The place asked him about a job. Talked to his mother, Mrs. Patton.
So it started with Walter going in there asking for a job. Now you just heard the man say his cooking experience. He been here, he been there, he been everywhere. So that's to be respected on this song. You know what I'm saying?
We kicked it off real good. So then he said, yeah, come on in. I made a pot of gumbo.
I don't really eat the swine. I don't eat the swine. Like pepperoni on a pizza every now and again, but I don't really mess with the swine. But that is a good looking rib.
So he put me on the team. Ever since then, we've been like peas in the pot, you know.
But when the pandemic hit in 2020, Walt threw out a crazy idea. Let's do barbecue. Nick thought he was losing it. Who does barbecue out of a coffee shop in a place with no real kitchen? But nonetheless, they took the pit outside. And that's how Destination Smokehouse started.
This is how we got started right here, coffee shop. 2016, we opened as a coffee shop and took over the business after my father passed away and my family didn't want to run it anymore. I took it over in 2019, ran it for about a year, saw some really nice improvements, but I met Walter at the end of 2019 and he wanted to teach me more about turning this place into a restaurant. I thought he was crazy from day one, but showed me a lot. We started doing a lot of great things. Pandemic.
Okay, so far, what do you think? Somebody comes, asks you for a job, gets you to change your business, and it works out for y'all. You think that's a bad thing on either side? A man in his twilight years? I don't really, so far, I don't really hear no scandalousness. I do hear some opportunisticness, but the thing about being used is it's okay to be used. It's not okay to be misused. We all desire to be useful. That's why people running around here putting themselves in crazy situations so they can appear useful to themselves, climbing out of that situation. Or you can use that same energy to climb up a level. But that's a whole nother YouTube video.
Hit, and then we started doing barbecue. All his idea again. I thought he was crazy. Who's going to do barbecue out of a coffee shop? Not only that, we're in a historic building, beautiful building. The other side is a museum. This used to be a train station, and it's a historic building. We don't have proper kitchen equipment, at least we didn't then.
While Walt is the soul and the hype man, Nick is the engine. He became a self-taught master of the pit, developing a style they call tendernism. Walt jokes that Nick is such a barbecue nerd and that he must have gone to Yale smoke school. But Nick's process is pure discipline. Wrap it tight, crease the end, and keep the bone side up. And most importantly, no brown sugar. Nick proved you don't need honey or butter to reach perfection. He won competitions on skills alone, proving that tendernism is about the meat.
Okay, now the cooking there, because I see you got to put stuff in layman terms for those. So those that missed it, Walter started the cooking, which is the old guy. But this guy that we're looking at on the screen now, he the one that went and got trained or self-taught and been entering competitions worldwide with his style of barbecuing. Not to say Walter ain't had nothing to do with teaching him that, but that's what he been doing. So that's really him on the grill.
The gimmicks. As Walt puts it, they started getting out like a fat rat in a cheese factory. But Nick says he couldn't do it without his team. That includes guys like Randall and the legendary Butcher Bill. Walt gave William that nickname, and Nick calls him the best cook he's ever worked with.
My name is William. They call me Butcher Bill. It's a little nickname Walter gave me.
So to me, so far, it seems like a team and Walter's the coach. That's just what it's looking like to me. I could be wrong. I could be off. But so far, what they describing is a team. That started with Walter's idea, of course.
I also go by Bill. You call me Bill, Butcher Bill, Butch. There's like really no words that I could put into what like this place truly means to me. It's beyond love, honestly. I wake up every morning blessed to be doing what I'm doing. Being out here cooking this meat for everybody that comes and eats the food here, bro. That's what drives me to get out of bed every morning. Part of my family, you know.
Now that food just passed through too many hands in my face for me to be able to eat it right there. I don't know what to say, but baby girl kind of sexy though, ain't she?
So I'm truly blessed to be working here and blessed to be able to have gained the knowledge to, you know, acquire such a skill, you know. It's crazy because sometimes I think to myself, like, dang, you know, out of all the people that I went to high school with, man, it's like, what, like 2,000 plus people, maybe, give or take?
Yeah.
I'm the only one doing this, bro.
For these guys, it's not just about the food. It's about a high demand skill and the pride of being the only ones in their circle doing it. When the videos went viral, the whole country started showing up at the Marietta train station. But despite the fame, the mission stayed grounded. Walt and Nick believe that skin color has nothing to do with great food.
Black, white, that ain't got nothing to do with this. So perfection is what got something to do with this here. We personalized in teaching tenderness, perfection first, clean food, clean place to come, a nice atmosphere. It's not just one side. It's not two sides. We want the whole world to come. It don't make no difference what color you is or none of that. And
Hey, this guy's something
when you
else.
come in here, you shouldn't think about color. Only thing you should think about is coming in and having an enjoyable time at Destination Smokehouse Eatery in Marietta, California, the southern part.
It's about perfection, a clean atmosphere, and a place that the whole world feels welcome to sit down and enjoy a meal.
What is the dynamic at Destination Smokehouse between you and Walt, with you and Walt? How does that?
All right, so
coexist?
Walt and I met when we were Destination Coffee Bar, and he came in as someone who was retired, who wanted to help us turn the place into more of a restaurant, I guess you could call it. We didn't have a kitchen there, we still don't, but he was just showing us ways we could be creative. So start off with him making gumbo, and then we started adding other little small things, you know, but nothing really too heavy. It was just like a relationship that was building. During COVID, we decided to do a barbecue event that was all Walt's idea and ended up being successful. And from that, I wanted to add ribs and chicken to our menu, you know, because like, again, we're trying to turn this into more of a well-rounded restaurant. So we did that and it became really successful. But
Walt was hustling, baby. Walt was hustling. And it is good to own something. It's a great thing to own something. But to be a part of something successful ain't bad either, no matter what your positioning is. And then again, Walt's ideas, Walt's salesmanship, but these guys putting in the work. Not that Walt ain't putting in the work with his salesmanship. They all putting in the work.
The whole thing of it is in the dynamic that Walter and I have. Walter never expected for it to be like this. He just was looking for something fun to do on the side. If it became successful, great. But he was never prepared to cook the type of food that we were starting to need to cook. I had to learn how to cook on my own for a restaurant while we had barbecue on the menu. And there was a lot of
Oh shit, that sounded real entrepreneurial. But dig what he just said. A man in the twilight of his life who then moved around in all of these states and cooked. Find a place that he likes to be or that he likes. Turns it from that he don't even own. This is very black of this dude. Gets the owner and his mother to turn it from a coffee shop to a restaurant so he can sell his gumbos in XYZ. The little homie here, like a good little homie, takes it a step further and figures out how to smoke and barbecue and adds that to the menu. Now, this story is getting caught up in a lot of things, but to be a man that has lived your life all of this time, but to truly find success in the twilight of your life, I don't think he really cared about ownership. He proved his idea worked, and he took all his, if I had a known then what I know now, and for whatever reason, he picked to pour them into this dude. Do you know how many men spend their life acquiring skills and knowledge that they end up just dying with or giving to somebody that don't appreciate? And us getting involved in their business might have just messed up this old man's happiness. But let's continue, because like this is the origin story. This is not nobody's biased opinion about what's going on now. This is how it started.
pressure to do that, but I found something that I was really good at and just started expanding the menu. But Walter is a huge part of my confidence to continue in the restaurant business. He is a huge part of learning how to be a better man than anything. You know, I credit him with a lot of things, but he's taught me more about life. His part of the story he never really gets to tell, but we met and we only knew each other for 3 months, and it felt like we knew each other a lot longer. And the COVID hit. We closed down for a month and a half, and he starts calling me saying, "Nick, remember those?"
Now, I just want to point something out to everybody worried about this trademark based on some of the things that he said. This video alone right here, if he wanted to sue if Walter wanted to sue or needed to sue, he would be able to use all of these millions of clips and TikTok videos to at least be able to get a percentage. So the man ain't that stupid.
Ribs they cook for you. You want to?
And then, side note,
coffee.
While everybody in Walter's business, does Walter have any kids? Because we think we be helping people. We think we protected somebody. We think we defended somebody. But did anybody ask this man, do he need our help? I'm just saying.
Shop, and it didn't make any sense. You know, obvious reasons, right? It's a coffee shop, no kitchen. But he finally convinced me. It made a ton of sense. We started doing barbecue as just a way to get people back during COVID. He's the original cook. We were doing a couple proteins then. It was really a blessing. The support we got really fast. But it was all his idea. And it transitioned into something else. But he is the main reason why we do this now. And a lot of people got to know was because of Wall. I mean, there's no way around it. Internet isn't going crazy. He said that a year and a half ago. Wow. And just in the last 3 months, everybody's saying it. I've heard of all the isms and all that kind of stuff, listening to rap.
So you heard him just give credit right there. That's enough to seal a deal on the lawsuit if he needed to anyway. And I don't see this guy trying to take credit. I see him trying to make sure everybody on the team get their credit because obviously what they did, and he just showed you a 3-man crew running an operation. Now I'm sure they got staff, somebody prepping, somebody serving, somebody counting the money, but they the basis of that crew. And as a leader, I know how it feels when you know it's a machine, but one side of the machine get praised and another side of the machine get dirt kicked on it. But you know that both sides is needed to work. It does get confusing. And I'm not gonna say Dog is the best representation. He's not the best spokesperson. None of them knew that they was gonna be in this situation.
Music growing up, he just naturally, I guess, from living, said it. But he doesn't listen to rap music. If I don't even play it in my car, just because I know it bothers him. You know what I mean? But anyhow, when he said that, it was crazy.
He said he don't listen to no rap music. He listen. So the white dude listen to rap and the black dude don't. Okay.
He said a couple of things on the fly during us just shooting for fun that he had never said before. You know, Black Diamond, that was new. I said we should say Best in the Nation. He just on his own started saying One in the Nation. And it's a million times better. You know, everybody's doing this now. All that. But he's the brainchild for a lot of our early reasons of doing this. And it's grown into something else. And it's not about anything else. It started right here with this guy.
Great. It started with both of us. That's what it started naturally. Because we was out some mornings, y'all don't know about the morning. Boy, look at him. There was something in the grill, y'all thought we was playing.
Yeah.
The handicap perfection, then you know, I had a part of stuff come from Yale. He put the science on it when he did that mic. Oh yeah, we're working something now. And them black guys.
Now, man, being an older dude, look at the happiness on this guy's face. Look at the happiness on this guy's face. You know, well, really, that's not happiness. That's like narcissism. You know, the feeling of fulfillment when you plant a seed in somebody and you see it grow. Look how he look at the white dude. He don't look subservient. He look proud. And then you heard the proudest moment for him to say is when Dog went to go learn how to really barbecue and put the science on it, and they got their system together. Now look, it's good to have an idea. Man, I think we can make a nice restaurant out of this place you got here. And y'all are able to make a nice restaurant out of the place you got there, and it's going good. And then he takes it a step further. That's a beautiful thing.
Them Black Diamonds came out.
So tendonism, where did that come from?
Boy, straight out my head, man. Look straight out that brain.
From a coffee bar in 2016 to locations in Marietta, Nick Yapperman has built an unstoppable legacy. It's a story of family, life lessons from an elder, and passion for the pit. If you're ever in Southern California, you've got to see it for yourself. That is Destination Smokehouse, one in the nation.
Okay, man. So look, in my opinion, I think we need to stay out of these people's business a little bit. Do I think black people should have ownership in the things that they do in their intellectual property? Hell, fuck yeah. Am I tired of seeing black people get screwed over? Yes. But I'm also from Detroit, and I know a lot of black men that had money, but their name wasn't good, and they put their club in the name of some other nationality. I know some stories where that stuff worked out good. I know some where it worked out bad. I know some black people that had a name, and some other people had some money that might not have been black, and it worked out good. Sometimes it worked out bad. People is people, you know, and however you can get your foot in the door, I wouldn't speak against you getting your foot in the door. And if you got a dream and somebody else got some tools that go along with your dream, and somebody else got some, you know, some resources that help with your dream, and y'all come together and y'all put something together, and all of y'all share in equity of the profits, because even though he don't own a piece of the company on paper, he could have a profit share, which means a contract between them two that whatever we make off said products, this, that, and the other, for all we know, Walter don't have no family. And if he copywrote all that stuff, then look what happened to Dolomite. Dolomite solely owned all his stuff, and he still ended up not making no money off of it, even though his stuff made a lot of money. And right now, a lot of his stuff is being used, and his family is making no money off of it. So different deals for different situations, and that's why they call it business. And we need to mind our own business on this one. I think we might have just fucked up an opportunity that this man had, or at least fucked what they not supposed to make no money now. We just ran their business into the ground. And even without Walter, without Walter, it wouldn't be nothing. But the young man, he the one that figured out how to make the barbecue y'all love so much. He don't deserve his shine, his credit. I don't know. I hope he ain't fucking over Walter. If I hear Walter say something bad, I'll jump on this guy. I'll fly out there and jump on this guy my damn self. But until Walter say he is snake, son of a bitch, who am I to say that he is? And on that note, I would say y'all need to mind y'all business because y'all might be fucking up a good thing. For all you know, Walter could owe 4 ex-wives and child support. He don't need or want nothing on paper. We don't know this man's situation, and here he is blowing up his spot. But look at how they started. When you understand how they started, you can damn sure understand why the business is how it is. And somebody like Walter that just run around all day shooting out ideas, they want people to grab them and do something with them because they not going to be able to do something with all the ideas that they have. They just want to see if they right. We out. Destination Smokehouse. I don't eat pork, man, but I'm interested in trying this shit.